Welcome back. If I were to ask you to convert this perspective formula, also called wedge-and-dash structure, and flatten it like a pancake into a skeletal structure, would you know which way all of the wedges and dashes go? And what if, after that, I made it harder and I asked you to draw a skeletal structure in the least stable conformation? Would you know which way all of the wedges and dashes go then? So, I have graded thousands of organic chemistry exams in my life, so I can tell you exactly where people tend to miss points on problems just like this. Stick around to the end to make sure that you are not one of them. But we are going to be taking this perspective formula and drawing the most and least stable conformations in the skeletal formula version. So in our molecular model, carbons are in black, and you can see the 4 carbons in a zigzag. Bromines are in green, with carbon 2 going away from you, carbon 3 going towards you. All of those yellow hydrogens that are not actually drawn in a skeletal structure are here. So perspective formulas don't skimp out on actually drawing the carbons and hydrogens the way that skeletal structures do. The whole purpose of perspective formulas is to show perspective, as in 3D perspective and wedges and dashes going towards you and away from you. So the very first thing we need to do is copy the carbon backbone, but don't bother writing the letter C for carbon. We just want a zigzag line. Let's count how many carbons we have in our longest continuous chain of carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to draw a zigzag showing 4 carbons. And we are already at the point where I'm going to be showing you one of the many ways that people miss points. When you go to draw this zigzag, you count 1 when you put the pen down. You count 2 when you draw the first line. 3, 4. What I see people do to miss points is they count the number of lines and not the numbers of beginnings and endings of line. So it'll be like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, but no, that's an extra carbon. So what we need to do here is right now we have all of the carbons drawn. Make sure there are not any other carbons in side chains. Draw anything else that is not a hydrogen, and because we have the same zigzag shape, retain whatever wedges and dashes there are. So this carbon number 2 has a dash for a bromine that is going away from you. Carbon number 3 has a wedge for a bromine that is going towards you. And that brings us to the second place where people often miss points. Right here, right now, you need to double check that you did not mess up your R and S configuration. So we are going to go through both of these carbons in both structures to make sure we did not flip them. So carbon number 2, first priority is bromine. Second priority is carbon attached to bromine. Third priority is carbon attached to hydrogens. Fourth priority is hydrogen. Hydrogen is going towards you. 1, 2, and 3 are clockwise. That makes this S. That means this should also be S. Bromine is priority 1. Carbon with other stuff attached is priority 2. Carbon with just hydrogens is 3. You shouldn't actually draw a hydrogen here, but if it helps you just to double check your work, erase it later. Hydrogen going towards you is priority 4. Hydrogen going towards you, 1, 2, and 3 are clockwise. That makes this S. Make sure you erase a hydrogen if you draw it because it should not be there. These skeletal structures, these perspective formulas, we see 2 bonds in the plane of the board. We see 1 bond going towards you, 1 bond going away from you, but you don't have to draw them all if they are hydrogens. We need to do the same thing with carbon number 3. We need to make sure we did not mess up R or S configuration. So, first priority bromine, second priority carbon attached to bromine, third priority carbon attached to hydrogens, fourth priority hydrogen. Hydrogen is going away from you. 1, 2, and 3 are clockwise. That makes this R. Same thing here, bromine is priority 1, carbon attached to bromine is 2, carbon attached to hydrogen is 3. Drawing a hydrogen that shouldn't be here on a dotted line is 4. Hydrogen is going away from you. 1, 2, and 3 are clockwise. That makes this R. So we have double checked our work to make sure we didn't lose points. This is SR, this is SR. Now, let's look at this molecular model to figure out this other conformation. So here we have our 4 carbons in black, and they're in our zigzag, most stable conformation. Bromines are in green, so carbon 2 is going away from you, carbon 3 is going towards you. The reason that this is our most stable conformation is actually most obvious if we look down the bond between carbons 2 and 3. And what we are seeing is that the CH3 groups on carbons 1 and 4 are as far apart from each other as they can possibly be. This is actually called a staggered conformation, but I'll go into more detail with that in our next video. Now, the least stable conformation is when these 2 big bulky groups are just way too close to each other. So if we rotate this carbon 2-3 bond, the methyl groups actually hit each other. Let's look at down this same bond again. We can see the 2 CH3 groups on carbons 1 and 4 are now in an eclipsed position. They are just too close to each other, they are unstable, they are unhappy. This is called steric hindrance. So erase the crap that shouldn't be there. So when I rotate this to the least stable conformation, this bromine on carbon 3 goes from being in the front to being in the back. So now let's draw this carbon backbone. We still have 4 carbons, we still have roughly the same angles, but now it's not a zigzag anymore. And now both of these bromines are going away from you, so they both need to be dotted lines. When you rotate something, R and S still need to be the same. So let's take a little bit of a shortcut and say these are the same. We're going to go ahead and call this S. But this carbon number 3 still needs to be R. If we rotated this bond correctly, all of the S's and R's stay the same. So bromine is priority 1, carbon attached to another bromine is priority 2, carbon attached to hydrogens is 3. The hydrogen that should not actually be drawn here is going towards you, and it is priority number 4. So hydrogen is towards you. 1, 2, and 3 are counterclockwise. So that makes this R. So we did not flip R or S configuration here. But here's the problem. Even with all of these wedges and dashes, it can be really hard to see how close these CH3 groups actually are to each other. To show that, we need to change our perspectives. We need to draw a structure that looks down a specific carbon-carbon bond. That would be called a Newman projection. We're going to learn how to convert to those next.